Morning, everybody. Miss Layton here. Hope you are well. Hope you're being kind and helpful at home, and I hope you're getting on with all your home learning. I thought I would come and read a story with you. I'm going to be reading one of my favourite chapter books. It's not a very long one, and I know it's a book that you will have all heard being read at school before, but it's a story that's such a good story. I think it's worth reading more than once. And this story, I've actually got it on my iPad because I am at home at the minute and I don't have this book in my house. So I'm reading it from my iPad. But this book is, don't know if you can see it, Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's such a good story. It's got some illustrations in here by Quentin Blake. So I will show you those illustrations as they come along. I'm going to be reading a chapter a day, so make sure you tune in each day for each new chapter. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Chapter 1 is called The Three Farmers. Down in the valley, there were 3 farms. The owners of these farms had done very well. They were rich men. They were also nasty men. All 3 of them were about as nasty and as mean as any men you could meet. Their names were Farmer Boggis, Farmer Bunce, and Farmer Bean. Boggis was a chicken farmer. He kept thousands of chickens. He was enormously fat. This was because he ate 3 boiled chickens smothered with dumplings every day for breakfast, lunch, and supper. Bunce was a duck and goose farmer. He kept thousands of ducks and geese. He was a kind of pot-bellied dwarf. He was so short his chin would have been underwater in the shallow end of any swimming pool in the world. His food was doughnuts and goose livers. He mashed the livers into a disgusting paste and then he stuffed the paste into the doughnuts. This diet gave him tummy ache and a beastly temper. I'm not sure how well you can see these illustrations, but I'm going to have a go. You see? So here is Farmer Boggis and Farmer Bunce. Look at donuts. I mean, I do like donuts, but I don't like donuts stuffed with goose livers. That's a strange one. Bean was a turkey and apple farmer. He kept thousands of turkeys in an orchard full of apple trees. He never ate any food at all. Instead, he drank gallons of strong cider, which he made from the apples in his orchard. He was as thin as a pencil and the cleverest of them all. Boggis, Bunce and Bean, one fat, one short, one lean. These horrible crooks, so different in looks, were none the less equally mean. That is what the children round about used to sing when they saw them. Oh, here is Farmer Bean. Look how skinny he is, as thin as a pencil. Lovely phrase. That's chapter 1 ended. I might go on to chapter 2. Chapter 2 is called Mr. Fox. On a hill above the valley there was a wood. In the wood there was a huge tree. Under the tree there was a hole. In the hole lived Mr. Fox and Mrs. Fox and their 4 small foxes. Every evening as soon as it got dark, Mr. Fox would say to Mrs. Fox, "Well, my darling, what shall it be this time? A plump chicken from Boggis? A duck or a goose from Bunce? Or a nice turkey from Bean?" And when Mrs. Fox had told him what she wanted, Mr. Fox would creep down into the valley in the darkness of night and help himself. Love these illustrations. I feel very technical reading this from my iPad. I feel like I'm in the future. Boggis and Bunce and Bean knew very well what was going on, and it made them wild with rage. They were not men who liked to give anything away. Less still did they like anything to be stolen from them. So every night each of them would take his shotgun and hide in a dark place, somewhere on his own farm, hoping to catch the robber. But Mr. Fox was too clever for them. He always approached the farm with the wind blowing in his face. And this meant that if any man were lurking in the shadows ahead, the wind would carry the smell of that man to Mr. Fox's nose from far away. Thus, if Mr. Boggis was hiding behind his chicken house number 1, Mr. Fox would smell him out from 50 yards off and quickly change direction heading for chicken house number 4 at the other end of the farm. "Dang and blast that lousy beast," cried Boggis. "I'd like to rip his guts out," said Buns. "He must be killed," said Boggis. "But how on earth can we catch the blighter?" Mr. Bean picked his nose delicately with a long finger. "I have a plan," he said. "You've never had a decent plan yet," said Buns. "Shut up and listen." "Rude," said Mr. Bean. "Tomorrow night we will all hide just outside the hole where the fox lives. We will wait there until he comes out. Then, bang, bang, bang!" "Very clever," said Buns. "But first we shall have to find the hole." "My dear Buns, I've already found it," said the crafty Bean. "It's up in the wood on the hill. It's under a huge tree." Here's Mr. Fox sticking his nose out, having a good sniff. And here are those nasty farmers. I'm glad there aren't many farmers in Fulham. I'm going to stop there, guys. I'm going to tell you what tomorrow's chapter's called. It's called Chapter 3, The Shooting. I know you've all heard this story before, so you know what's happening. But still, stressful. I hope Mr. Fox survives. Have a lovely day. Be kind and calm and helpful. And look after each other. Keep smiling, get all your home learning done. And I will see you soon. Bye.